My kitchen playlist.
My name is Nikki. Most people know me as Chef Nikki or the fat girl within. Basically, I am a chef instructor at Red Dish Chronicles Culinary School. I am a food blogger, a food photographer, and a food stylist. I cannot sing to save my life, but yes, I have an ear for good music. This is my kitchen playlist.
My kitchen playlist.
My typical day in the kitchen has to be, everything in its place, mise en place, like ready, prepped and ready to go. So most times, more often than not, I always like my things in its place. So I don't have to reach out and start looking for things. And then that's when you have the beginnings of a bad day in the kitchen. A good day in the kitchen is when I definitely have to have woken up on the right side of my bed. And let's say it's a day I cook jollof rice and everything comes out 1-1, with the smoky feel. For days like that, I listen to Oh My God's jollof anthem. Yes.
What is a jollof uto, daddy? What is a jollof uto? Oh my God, daddy.
I know it's weird, and it's a very short song. I don't think it's up to a minute even, but I listen to that when I have a good jollof day. But when I have a good day generally, I'm currently feeling Foreign by Simi and Fowles. I play that a lot.
Yeah, foreign affairs, that is my department. You get to meet me only by accident. People didn't really understand my accent. I'm so The
fact that it was shot Booker style, it just killed me. Like, I love it. I love anything food, so food are one of my favorite songs. I would have a bad day if there's this particular brand of rice I wouldn't say to make a stir fry. It would just become tiny bits and pieces of grains of rice. Everything just cuts. And then that day, I think I can cry. Or it could be a day when I'm making this Japanese cheesecake and then it's supposed to be wobbly and shaky and very fluffy and light. And then it just collapses. That happens after you've baked this thing for like almost 2 hours. I just avoid everybody and I'm just sulking. And you will know, the moment you see me, okay, Nikki has messed something up in the kitchen or something didn't turn out right for her in the kitchen. And on days like that, more often than not, I think music is the only thing I can really stand. Like, when I feel this way.
Who am I that the highest king would welcome me?
It reminds me that I'm not a failure, basically. Like, what I've done, I might have failed at what I've just done, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm a failure. Like, it doesn't speak about my entire existence. Do you understand? Because sometimes I might feel so bad, I'm like, question what I'm doing in the kitchen. So,
yes, he died for me. Who the sun sets free.
My kitchen playlist.
Okay, so I think we all know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, or that's what it's said. And I kind of believe it, even though I don't necessarily practice it as often as I should. But when I do have a few minutes, I wake up a tad bit early, I can have breakfast. The right time to eat breakfast, I think it's as early as possible. So let's say 7 a.m. That way, you're not necessarily weighed down by what you've eaten. So you have other activities. Let's say when you eat breakfast, you still have to get to work. Your body adjusts nicely. I think as early as possible, 7, 8-ish is the best time. My typical morning song is Ire by Nikki. It's just basically telling you that everything you're looking for is back home. God has put it for you. God has set it in place. It's where it's supposed to be. So eventually, don't be too freaked out about it. Eventually, you're going to see these things. So go back to your roots. Don't forget your roots. Go back to where you're coming from. What you're looking for might be there. Most times is there. What's that kitchen task I dread? I actually don't need to think about it. It's doing dishes. Especially greasy, dirty dishes. If I had my way, I'll put cling film over my plates before I use it to eat. So I just wrap it up and throw it in the bin. That's how much I hate to do. That's how much I hate to do dishes. My afternoons are typically lit. Like, I think I'm always full of energy. I'm always full of ready to dance. And yes, I recently found this song that I'm totally obsessed with. I promise you. It's Stainless by Zorro, I think, and C.
Baby, you definitely be yourself with Davido. Women will swag in a drip, come on, I no go for the man, no go for the Nikki, see my mouthpiece. She knew who swag, but I don't care. Love up your arm, but man, I don't care. I rap more, my heart to give film, cut to like a lot of gear.
My kitchen playlist.
So, my last day on earth, and I can only cook one thing just before I drop dead. Last supper now, you know, I'll just turn up, you know. Usually you should go for something light for dinner, like Fowls and Wise's song. But I would probably cook a spread, you know, eat. Like it's really my last day on earth. I'll bake the moistest, beautiful. I'll bake the moistest brownies ever. So much sugar, it's going to be so fudgy and so gooey inside. Food that I originally wouldn't eat normally, that I probably have a very high calorie content, because if I die, I die, you know? Something must kill a man. It could be food. If it's food, that means I'm dying of something good food that I made. You get? Yeah, so. I know everybody will say I like Simi. Like, yes, she's the best songwriter in Nigeria. It's a very beautiful, romantic, pure song. I really devices, your phone, your laptops, your tabs, anything, and make my kitchen playlist your kitchen playlist. Because, I mean, is there a better one? I think not.
My kitchen playlist.
Do you think you know good food? Do you acknowledge the potential of sweet, spicy African dishes that awaken your sense of taste? Welcome to Africa's first food and lifestyle TV platform, and it's about to make you think again. From the richness of African spices to Africa's celebrated chefs and what and how Africans and celebrities like their foods. Join us to change the African food narrative. Food Bay